There we go. Oh, geez, this hair. Everybody excited?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm excited too. I'm going to wait just like 2 more minutes. I'm going to give it till 11:05 to see if anybody else jumps on. Babe, are you going to get dog food?
Yeah, why?
Make sure you get the turkey one instead of the chicken so they don't get fat. Hi, Andrea.
Hey.
Hey, you just wake up. You don't even excited. All right, I'm going to close my door 1 second. You better get out of that bathroom. Oy. All right. All right, we're gonna get started. If you guys can mute yourselves, just in case if there's any background noise, it doesn't. Oh, actually, I can mute all of you. There, I think I muted all of you. Yes, and then if you have a question, if you can use the chat part, I'll open that right now, so I'll be able to see that from you guys. Or you can wait until the end if you want to write down your questions and just ask me at the end. That works too. Okay, so where do we start? There's so much stuff for me to go over with you. Stacy sent me an outline, and then we go off of Heather Pillow's outline. And that's one thing I wanted to point out. If you are not following any of like the corporate leaders, their YouTube pages, I would highly recommend that. Heather Pillow is one that I follow. Dana Barish has a YouTube page. Well, those are pretty much the 2 top ones that I follow. Some of the other girls that I used to follow are not as active anymore. But they post all the time, and these are public YouTube pages. So for instance, like this training that we're doing today is inspired by her new consultant training. Dana Barish posts a lot about, actually she does a lot of product demos, which is awesome. If you don't know who Dana Barish is, she is one of the top consultants in the company. She has a team, like a multi-million-dollar team. It's insane. So pretty much any advice that she has to give, I'm open ears to. Okay, so I'm just trying to see who's on here. So I see some of you have been in for a while. Some of you are in less than 6 months. Some of you are brand new, just signed with our Founders Sale. So I'm excited about that. We have a lot of experience on here. Okay, so I'm first going to go over the COO with you and go over the incentive guide. I'm going to try to screen share here. If you guys can see the COO, can you shake your head? Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, so for the brand new consultants, in your kit, you now got a like a spiral notebook in there. That's something that they just started doing. I have not seen it yet in person, but Lauren did a video about it yesterday, and it seems very helpful for you guys. I heard it has a calendar and everything in there, so I would definitely utilize that. If you're not so much a paper girl and you're more of an online girl, when you sign into your COO, it has it right here. So it says new consultants start here. Even for girls that have been in for a while, I was looking through this just earlier this morning, and I was like, wow, there's like stuff on here that I didn't even think of like when I got started. So I would just, you just take a look through here if you can at your own pace. So it pretty much breaks down everything for you. So it's going to show you how, like, what to do to get started. It's going to help you create your why. It's going to tell you about peer romance, because a lot of times people are like, oh, when did the company start? Or who is Patty Brisbane? What does she do? So this is just going to kind of give you a background of that. talks about party planning, getting motivated, like tons of stuff on here. Like I said, this is brand new. I haven't had a chance to go all the way through it, but it seems like a helpful resource. So that is that for you. And then it's going to, somewhere in here, talk to you about getting started with Party School, which for me, I think that Party School is probably the best thing that you can do to get started, because it literally walks you through step by step everything that you need to do. It will take you up until, let's see, so if you go to the training tab, Party School, mine will look a little bit different for you. When you click on it, it's going to have you re-log in again because it's a separate software, and it's really big. It has a lot of stuff. If you're doing this on an iPad or some sort of tablet, it seems that either Google Chrome or Safari are most compatible with it. For some reason, some of the videos and things won't open on Internet Explorer. So if you're running into any problems with that, just check what web browser you're using. All right, so this is what it looks like. This is what your guys's will look like. Consultant 101. So it talks to you about doing your Pop the Box party, your launch party, preparing and what you do to have those type of parties, how to get bookings, basically all of that. There's also an orientation down here, which tells you how to use Party School. Then they offer also incentives, which are basically like extra credit almost. When you promote to advanced consultants, so if you went with the deluxe or premium kit, this will already be open for you. If you started with the standard kit, this will not be available to you until you activate your business, which is by placing a $200 retail order. So then once that is open, you'll have these, and then these are your electives and things like that, which those are more advanced, I think. But when you complete Party School, you get points from corporate. Right now, there is talk about them switching what they're actually doing with the points, so I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be for, but previously we were able to cash them in and get like PR gear, swag, and things like that. So it basically pays, one, to educate yourself, and also pays because you get stuff with it. So that's cool. All right. Let me go back. All right. So the other thing when you are first starting, first I guess I should just cover this entire training tab. Sorry, this is my first time doing this consultant. I have so much things I should have probably organized better, but we want you to think about why you have started this business and basically why you started and what you're trying to accomplish from this business. Oh, sorry. So thinking about your why is going to be part of your opening speech or opening statement at your parties. And this is really important to kind of master and think about what it is actually that you want to share with your customers, because this is a great way right away to build rapport with them. Because you don't want them to just think that you are basically in there to take their money and leave and not ever talk to them again, and that you're just, I don't know, supporting your alcohol drinking habit or something with your Puro Meds money. Like, they want to know what they're helping support by purchasing with you. So I'll share with you my why. When I had first started this business, it was basically to just make a couple extra $100. My goal is $500 a month. And that was because about 3 months prior, I had quit my bartending job, and I was used to always having money. And so when I started my big girl job, right, I was thinking I was going to be ranking in the dough at the VA. I realized I only get paid every 2 weeks, and I'm not good at budgeting money, so I need something else to sustain this. So that's my why. Now my why is to basically travel the world and be debt free and ultimately be a millionaire. So. Okay, babe, thank you. So just think about what it is that really got you started and why you are doing this business, because there are going to be a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of times to have your why posted somewhere on your office or maybe in your bathroom or in your car, somewhere where you'll see it often, it just constantly reminds yourself what you're working towards, and sharing that with your family is important too, because then they are kind of on the bandwagon with you, and having family support is very important. All right. So while we're on here, we'll go over the incentive requirements guide. This also probably came in your kit, should have came in your kit. It's also available on the on your app. The smaller version is available on the app. And then you can always pull it up on here. So if you go into the search bar, I'm just going to type in incentive. Boom, it'll pop up right here for you. So the incentive requirements guide is basically the pure romance Bible. Like, this has everything you need to know in terms of the rules of the company, what you can and cannot do. It's going to talk about the trips and ways that you can get other bonuses, basically all of this. So this is your outline, so you can quickly navigate through it. But it's like 40 pages long, something like that. But I'm telling you, it is definitely worth it. If you have the time just to sit down and read through this, I'm telling you, it is going to help you tremendously. It's going to save you the time of having to post a million questions on the Sassy Sweethearts page. And a lot of times a leader will answer you and say, look at your incentive requirements guide, because we constantly are getting asked the same questions over and over and over. And we know that the answers are in here. So it's just us encouraging you guys to look through this. I know, and Jackie, I see you, Jackie. I know when you first read this, she was really impressed with the paragraph in here about the transgender and like why we cannot have men at parties and all of that. It's not that pure romance doesn't like men. It just is what it is. So, so this is the incentive requirements guide. Oh, this is a good one. Warranty and return policy. So if you have a customer that tells you that their like toy is not working when they first get it, or product gave them allergic reaction, something like that, that's going to show you how to return things. It's like personal website orders, how much you get paid on those, just tons of stuff on here. So that's the incentive requirements guide. I would print it out if you can, so you just have it on hand, or if you just want to look it up that way, you can do that too. All right, so when you're first starting off on the business, I have two sets of notes here, so I'm trying to see where I want to go off here. So when you're in party school, we talked about having the pop the box party and having your launch party. Heather Pillow also mentions having what's called a bestie party, and I kind of like this idea, so I'm going to share it. So your pop the box party is just a very informal type of party. This is you're going to be inviting just your closest people. So just basically your immediate friends and family. And this is really just a practice party for you. Pretty much your first 3 parties should be considered practice parties. But your pop the box party is going to be, like I said, very informal. It's going to be you sitting down and opening your kit with your friends. You're going to then, have batteries on hand. You're going to put your batteries in your toys, or if they're USB, they should already come charged. So it's just a good way to get a conversation started with your friends. And you're going to be excited opening your box, because who wouldn't be? You've probably been waiting a day or so to open it. So opening it with friends and being able to go through and smell and touch and taste everything, it just gets you more excited, gets them excited, and gets them excited also to support you. So that's going to be your pop the box party. That should be your first party that you do. Why is my mouse going crazy? Sorry, guys. The next one is your launch party. So your launch party is going to be basically, you're going to invite every single woman that you know. We always say, do not prejudge anybody, because you never know who might be interested in pure romance. Yes, sometimes our business gets just the stereotype that we are only sex toys, and we all know that that's not true. Actually, our bath line is, oh, sorry, Ash. Hi, Alec. Just said a word. Sorry if he heard that. So yeah, we know that our bath line is actually the majority of our company's sales. And so just sharing that with people and educating them that it's so much more than just what they think it may be. And then with the prejudging, the number one reason why women don't attend a party is because they weren't invited. So you don't want to be that person that you're talking the next day about how great your party was, and then your friend Betty is like, well, I would have came, like I actually needed this, this, and this, like I would have loved to attend, and then now you're missed out on a sale and a potential party and maybe even a potential recruit. So don't ever prejudge about who you think might be interested. Just invite them. At least just give them the option to say no. If they say no, it is what it is. Don't take it personally. No also might just mean just not right now. So always keep a list. So that was the other thing I want to cover. So, and also Heather and a lot of people in corporate will recommend doing 2 launch parties. So they say to do one on the weekend and one within 48 hours later. So, and usually try to do one weekend, one weekday to accommodate people's schedules. Or if you do like a Thursday night and do like a Saturday, like afternoon delight. So like a Saturday at 1 p.m., something like that. So if you have that, so say if you invite them to your first party, the Thursday night party, and they're like, oh, sorry, I can't make it. I have gymnastics for my daughter that night, something like that. Then say, oh, that's okay, because I'm actually having an encore party on Saturday at 1. Do you think you can make that? Then if they say no, you're going to say, this is what the bestie party is. If they say no, you're going to say, oh, that's okay. You can actually do me one better. I need to have 6 practice parties within my first 30 days of starting the business. And I need to have 3 little ones and 3 big ones. Do you think you could help me out by having one of those and just get some of your girlfriends together so I can practice my demo on you? Easy. Of course, you're totally taking the commitment out of it, and they just said no to you twice. So if you ever heard the expression third time's a charm, they just said no to you twice, and so hopefully that third time they're going to be like, okay, I'll help you out. So that's just you being consistent and offering them different options, and hopefully one of those is going to work out for them. So we discovered your pop the box party, your launch party. If you have a second launch party, you can call that your encore party, and then your bestie party. So your bestie party will be that one where if they say no, you're going to say, well, you can help me out by doing one better. Your bestie party could also be a party just with your close, immediate friends. This would be after your pop the box party. So kind of almost the same people, but you're actually going to be doing a full demonstration. You can turn this into a mystery hostess party where you pick one of them at the end to receive all the hostess credits. Whatever you want to do, you can be creative with it. Okay, so yeah, we talked about the 6 starter parties. This is now what corporate recommends for us to do. If you don't do 6 parties, don't stress out. If you are actively working your business, though, the parties are going to come. So if you're constantly talking about yourself when you're out in the open or on Facebook and just promoting yourself in a positive way, people are going to see that eventually. So just be consistent, with those sorts of things and with promoting and marketing yourself. We also recommend making something which is called a maybe later list. So for the people that you talk to that say, I can't have a party right now, or, I can't come to this party right now because it's football season and I'm just super crazy with football season or hockey season or whatever. And then if you ask, okay, well, when would be a good time? They're like, oh, maybe January or maybe July. So if you have a maybe later list, you can write down that person's name and then put like Rachel dash party in July, something like that. Or if you have your planner, in my planner, it has like a little note section on the side. And so now I'm using that for these types of situations. If people say maybe later, I'll write their name in that month that they want a party. So that way when I start to book that month, I can see, oh, you know what? Betty said that she wanted to have a party in July. I'm going to hold her to her word, and we're going to make Betty book that party, right? Okay. My thing's like blowing up right now, so I just want to make sure it's not any of you guys. Okay. We're good. All right, so what's next? Actually, I don't know how to open the chat and screen share. I suck at Zoom, guys, sorry. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is the perfect time to basically rake in the money. We have Valentine's Day coming. This is basically money season. If you've been in a while, we always say that it's money season, but legit, Valentine's Day is money season because people are having sex. I know there's kids watching, so I'm trying to be prepared. But, oh, there is people in the chat. Hi. Sorry, hold on. I'm reading the chat. That's how I got a party there. Oh, awesome, Andrea. Yeah, asking people to help you practice. I think it's basically genius because, like I said, you're taking the commitment out of it, and it's not saying like, oh, you're having a party. It's just saying, oh, you're helping me basically start my business. To us, we know it's just them having a party, and they're going to get the incentive the incentives and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I'm glad that worked for you. Does anybody, I guess I should take a break and ask if you have any questions about this point. So your Pop the Box, your launch, your encore, or anything like that, or getting 6 parties to start off. If you guys have any questions like that, I will answer them now. That way we can try to stay on track, or we can wait till the end if you want. So for Valentine's Day, we all know that not everybody is in a relationship. So, and a lot of times people, that will be their excuse to not have a party. So Stacy had a person that scheduled what was called a Galentine's Day party. So it's basically for all the single girls. And I just thought that was just super cute. Galentine's Day, like so cute. Last year, corporate did a lot of like memes and flyers and stuff on Single and Fabulous. So if you have access to Media Center, which you do for your first 30 days, so some of you that are like brand new, you have access to Media Center right now, and you can actually go back and pull those. Or you can stalk my Facebook or Stacy's Facebook or one of the leaders and see all of them and just copy them that way. But basically, just being creative. I also wanted to mention, if you are using other people's flyers, it's always nice to kind of personalize them and make them your own, because for instance, our Boss Ladies team, there's so many of us in the Dearborn area, and even including like Jewel on Jess's Wonder Woman team. Like there's so many of us in the Dearborn women. So say if Jewel posts something and I'm like, oh, that's a really cute idea, I copy the picture, post it as my own status, and then my girls see it, and then they're like, oh, that's a really cute idea, right? They have the same idea that I had. They copy, post it as their own status. Then that's like, 10 or so consultants posting the same exact picture with the same exact kind of idea or concept behind it. So if you have customers, like overlapping customers, that is, it can almost kind of be annoying for them. And they're like, okay, well, whose idea was it? Like, who's actually being creative here and who's just copying, basically? Which copying is totally fine. But Jess Driver actually introduced me to an app recently. It's called, what is it called? Text Over Picture, I think. Let me make sure. It's a free app. Yeah, Text Over Photo is what it's called. And basically you save your photo, even if it's a Pure Romance banner, like my banner right now has Pure Romance by Rachel at the bottom of it. It's literally the picture of the new collection that corporate posted. I saved the picture. I opened the picture in this new app that I downloaded, and then I just added the Pure Romance by Rachel to it at the end, and then you just resave it as your own picture. So this is nice to do because then it just personalizes it to you. So even if it's just your name, or if you add the words, Pure Romance on it, or whatever it is, or putting your website on there, that's a good idea. So that's just, I just want to talk about that. So just making sure that you're personalizing it. Yes, that's what I want. Yes. Hi, Ashton. It's so good to have you back. What is the website again? Which website? The catalog web? The overlapping, the app? It's called Text Over Photo. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it's basically, it's a picture of a woman like flying a kite behind her, and it says never let go. If you search it in your app store, that's what will come up. Yeah, Text Over Photo. And it's free, which is nice. There's other apps too that I use. Word Swag is one. I think that one's $1.99. That one's fun. They have cool like fonts and cool backgrounds and stuff. Pic Collage is a good one. Red Stamp. All of these, basically go for the free ones, if you can. But if you do end up buying an app, it's a tax write-off. So just keep that in mind. But just make it, personalize it, make it your own. All right, so first 6 parties in 6 weeks. Get your calendar and mark what days you want to party. So I have my calendar here to January. Now I need to stop sharing the screen for a second so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my calendar. I'll just show you the one page. So in my calendar, and I recommend getting a calendar like this where you can see the entire month. But then, of course, you have the pages that are like the individual weeks. But if you have a calendar like this, that's the entire month. What I do is go through and a circle. So if you can see the ones that are circled on here, the ones in pink mean that's a day I have bills due. So I need to make sure I book a party that day. But if you circle what days that you want to party, then when you are doing your booking game or your booking incentive on Facebook or at the party, you know exactly what your next available days are. So when you're booking parties, it's always smart to give them your first 3 available days. Why do you want to do that? Because you want to get paid today. You don't want to get paid tomorrow. We, of course, still want to get paid tomorrow, but wouldn't you rather get paid like next week versus waiting if they're like, oh, I want to have a party in March. I can do March. No. So when you're doing your booking parties, or I'm sorry, booking games at your parties, I do the envelope game. There's tons of other games on the COO under that training tab that will give you ideas for booking games. But to me, the booking game is the single most important thing that you can do at every party, because we are a party company. That is what keeps us in business. That is when you're going to make the most money. That's when you're going to find your recruits. And that's when you're going to get practice so you get better at your business. So, and for some reason, it's like a Jedi mind trick. If you give somebody your first 3 available dates, they always pick the 3rd date. I don't know why. It is that way. I don't know why. But so when I do my envelope game, I write incentives at the bottom of each date. I'll show you. I have my envelope right here for tonight's party. So I have my next 3 available dates. At the bottom, I write a booking incentive. So if they pick this day, this is what they're going to get at their party. It's a free Onyx item, which isn't even out yet because this party is later. But so if they book this day, they're going to get 30% off any item. And they get that at their party. They don't get it that night. They get it at their party because they only get it basically if their party holds. So that way you're not losing anything. So your next 3 available dates. So usually what I will do is my 3rd date, because I just learned this from Heather Pillow literally Thursday, when that they actually normally pick the 3rd date. Now on my 3rd date on this, I'm actually putting the less enticing incentive. So this is the least amount of money coming out of my pocket basically for them. Also, it's further out, so I offer better incentives for them to book sooner because, like I said, I want to get paid now, not tomorrow. So what else? So they pick the last day. Also, it is nice because you are giving them dates. It's not them saying, basically you want to be in charge of your own business. So if you're giving them the dates that you want to party, then they're not like, oh, do you have the 14th open? And if you're already booked on the 14th or you're booked with your family, you have something going on then, you don't have to like keep consistently saying no, like no, sorry, because to them that's kind of stressful for them. So if you have the dates that you're for sure available, like I said, you run your business. So these are the dates you have. If this doesn't work, then you can move on to other dates that you might have open, but usually they'll make it work. Like if you say these are or if maybe these are your last 3 dates, they'll make it work. If that is what it is. So, and then we also recommend trying to book only 4 to 6 weeks out. So unless it's like a birthday party or a bachelorette party, those are okay to plan out ahead of time because those are going to hold and not cancel. But usually after 4 or 6 weeks, like who knows what they're doing 6 weeks from now? I don't know what I'm doing 6 weeks from now. I have no freaking clue. So to have somebody book a party 6 weeks from now, things are going to come up, and chances are things might come up that are more important than them having a pure romance party, like a kid's dance recital or I don't know, something. They might have to get a root canal scheduled that day that they didn't know about. Had that happen. It's great. So try to keep it within 4 to 6 weeks. That way it's just, we talked about the benefits of that. It's better for you, and it's also, they're less likely to cancel. All right. Whoops. All right. So how are you going to get parties before your party? That's next. Let's see what Stacy has here. So making personal connections. So we talked about talking about your business when you're out and about. So obviously you're not just going to walk around and be like, hi, I'm a peer romance consultant. Hi, I'm a peer romance consultant. Like, you want to be strategic about it. So you've probably seen girls talk about handing out goodie bags on our team page. So what goodie bags are, do I have one right here? No, sort of. So at the dollar store or on Amazon, I love Amazon. I get everything from Amazon. You can buy these little organza bags, pink, black, white, whatever color. And they're just super cute. So these are what I use for my goodie bags. Get creative though. Use whatever you want. In mine, I include a piece of candy because I love candy. I'll do a coupon. It's either $5 off their order or $10 off their order, and a foil pack and my business card. So when I am out in public, and honestly everywhere, I use pretty much any excuse to give somebody a goodie bag. So usually my cashiers at Kroger, I try to go to different Krogers in the area, and cashiers are like, I'm telling you, man, their turnover in the cashier game is like strong. Like, there is always a new cashier at Kroger when I'm there. So if they are like, no matter what, I'm just giving them. Sometimes I have girls that are super fast, and I'm like, you are fast, and you just saved me probably like 10 minutes of my life not having to stand in line while you swipe my groceries. Thank you. I would like to give you a gift to my business. Or if you're standing in line at Kroger and you're just striking up conversation with somebody, and they're like, you notice what they're buying for food, if they have wine, or if they are like clearly making spaghetti or something, just start a conversation with them. Be like, oh, that's awesome. And then you can always end with, can I give you a gift to my business? And like, no one says no to a free gift. Like, literally, no one says, nope, no thanks. I don't like free stuff. I'm out. No, they're going to say yes. And so you're just going to give them your thing. If you are having a more in-depth conversation, especially if it's a female or even a male in there, and they realize, oh, it's pure romance, like, awesome, and they start asking questions about it, try to get their contact information. That's going to be the most important thing that you can do. Sometimes people are a little skeptical to give you their phone number, especially being as that they just met you. But Facebook, people will add you on Facebook like no problem. Like, then that's what I do. I just say, oh, are you on Facebook? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, let me add you on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm always posting sales and specials on there. Would that be cool? And then I usually make it, I'm like, and if I'm annoying, you can just unfriend me. And they're like, haha, okay, cool. And so that way, then you have access to, you can see basically their life, and when they post a picture or something, you can comment on it. When you comment on their things, that means that you're going to show up more in their news feed because of how the Facebook algorithms are. And then they're going to start seeing you more and seeing how much fun you are. You're going to be posting about how much fun your parties are, maybe how much money you're making, or if you're going on trips with Pure Romance, things like that. And they're going to be like, oh, I might want to support her and have a party, or I might want to try this coochie that she keeps talking about on her Facebook. That's awesome air conditioner. So you never know. Also, this gives you the opportunity to private message them and just like follow up saying, it was really nice meeting you. I don't know, have you checked out my website on the business card? Do you want to use your coupon this weekend? Whatever it is. All right, so that's that. So making connections in your personal life, like always when you're on the open, bank, like grocery store, I go grocery shopping a lot. I'm trying to think wherever. If I'm shopping, retail is huge. Like if you're going shopping, people are always coming up to you. Do you need help finding something? Oh, no, but thank you for offering me. Here's a gift to my business. Anything, like use anything. So then you're also going to talk about your business on your Facebook or your social media. So Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, those are probably like the three. Twitter, if you're a Twitter person, but just keeping it classy. And like I said, always promoting your business in a positive way. People don't want to see you complaining about your, like, I don't know, just crazy thing. The first thing that pops in my head is like baby mama drama. It's like, sorry, most of you probably don't have baby mamas in your life, but that's what I think of right away. But people don't want to see your negative crap on your Facebook. Like, you have to realize you are a business owner now, so you want to remain positive, and not every single post has to be like pure romance. You don't want to puke pure romance on people, but it can just be that you are a normal person hanging out with your family or dogs or whatever, or going on vacation, and maybe occasionally just slipping in there, like, thanks to Pure Romance, I was able to pay for, my kid's hockey gloves for his hockey season right now, or thanks to Pure Romance, we're headed to Traverse City for the weekend. Just things like that. And continuously, like, once you do get in business for a while and you start to have those customers that are constantly supporting you, giving them a shout out too, because basically without them, we wouldn't be in business. So it's very important to constantly thank them and remind them that basically they are why you are still around. And picking up your phone. So this is important. Some of you might be afraid of the phone and might be afraid to talk to people or call people on the phone, especially when it comes to talking about your business. Ashton, how much are those little bags you bought from Amazon? Cheap. I don't pay a lot of money. I think I got 100 for like $7 maybe. I don't know. If you just type in pink organza bag or pink party bag, something like that. Oh, there's lots of comments. Sorry. Let me catch up real quick. I used to work for Kroger. Oh, Kroger sucks to work for. Good to know. That's why I have a different cashier every time, probably. And you think they're always it's always women cashiers. There's never usually male cashiers. When you give out a $5, $10, do I tell them there's a minimum order? No, Ashton, I don't. So if they get a $5 coupon, that's like not even covering the full shipping amount. So they're still, paying, because I'm still charging shipping on every single order and tax. The $10 coupon, same thing. Usually, yeah, I'm maybe missing out $3 from the shipping, but yeah, I don't do a minimum, because usually they're not, obviously they can't use it on the website. They have to contact you to use it. So when I get in contact with them, then that's when I'm upselling and cross-selling and all of that. So usually their order is going to be, more than $10 or $20. So dang, you paid $5. I got it for 99 cents. Oh, word swag. Sorry, I missed a lot. I need to pay more attention to this. Yeah, word swag, I think I paid 99 cents too, but Ashley, I know you're like brand new. I wonder if they upped the charge of it since we downloaded it. All right, so picking up the phone. Picking up the phone is very important when you are first contacting people to let them know that you're in business. If you are contacting your hostesses about party planning stuff, if you're contacting your recruit leads, pretty much anything, you definitely want to be on the phone with them, because it's easier that way, because one, you are less likely to word vomit, I think, because for me anyways, if I notice that I'm talking a lot, I'm like, all right, like shut up, let them ask questions and start talking. If you're on the phone, they're able to hear kind of the excitement in your voice and just hear your personality in your voice. And it's a lot times a lot quicker. So you're able just to cover more ground in a shorter amount of time. So you can be texting back and forth or having a Facebook message conversation back and forth for like a half hour, 45 minutes, which it could have actually been just a 10-minute phone call. So definitely call your people, and people are actually less likely to say no to you if you are talking to them on the phone or if you're talking to them in person. So keep that in mind, especially for those of you that are brand new, contacting people about that you're in business and asking them to have parties with you, and helping you out and help you with those 6 practice parties that you have to have. So picking up the phone, just do it. Don't be afraid. And you shouldn't rely on social media to be your major form of promoting. So really, Facebook should just be enhancing your personal connections. So that's why I talked about when you are in person handing out goodie bags, it's good for them to be able to add them on Facebook. Or if you are meeting people at the parties, you still want to do your follow-up with them either through calling or calling or text, but then having them on Facebook too. It just allows them to, like I said, follow you and just see that you're a normal type of person. Hopefully you're normal. Just kidding. All right. And so we have, let's see. So there are some minimums in the business. So for advanced consultants, which I think all of you are advanced consultants except for Andrea, you have to do $750 in personal retail sales. So the retail sales, I know somebody asked about this on the Sassy page a couple weeks ago. So retail sales is basically what the product costs. So the retail amount of coochie is $20. With your discount, with your 45% off discount, you are paying $11 for coochie. I think that's what it is. So if you have to do 750 retail, I suck at math, but that is what, if you have absolutely no sales, $375 out of pocket that you're actually paying for your 750 retail. But if you are consistently working your business and consistently promoting yourself, you're doing maybe like a promotion or a sale on your social media or at your party, something like that, you aren't going to have to worry about hitting your minimums or going inactive. So if, and I know I just see Andrea on here, she is awesome at like getting outside orders. She'll do games on Facebook. I know this is something that I usually do if I notice that my party schedule is not as full as I want it to be, because yes, parties are where we make the most money, but there's so many other ways that you guys can get sales if you don't have any parties. So I think a lot of times girls, they freak out that, you know, they get that email from corporate, like, you're going to go inactive this month if you don't do $200. But, and they're like, crap, I don't have any parties. Like, what am I going to do? I can't party, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can do so many other things. Like, just be creative and think outside the box on ways to get sales. So what are some things that I can think of off the top of my head? So in terms of social media, you can post, so right now I'm seeing the Valentine's Day related ones. So they'll post a picture of like 8 different hearts. These are, I'm sure, all over Facebook, either on our group page, or if you just search Pure Romance Hearts or something, some will come up. But basically there's a picture of 8 different hearts, and you comment if you pick a heart, or pick which heart you like best, and then I'll inbox you a prize. That's a great way to get outside orders or parties. When they inbox you, you're going to say, all right, so you picked heart number 2. Heart number 2 is, you can get, what do I usually do? You can do Basic Instinct, which is a $28 value for whatever you want to give it to the price as. So say $20 instead of $28. Or you can get it for free by having a party with me before February 14th or something like that. So you're still giving yourself the opportunity to get an outside order, and you're still giving yourself the opportunity to get a party booked. So I like those. I used to just book a party, and I used to do just like a sale, but now I do kind of the 2-in-1. So it just gives them more options. And Tara, are you logged on twice? I'm like, wait, is there a twin on here? That just freaked me out. Okay, sorry. That was funny. What else is there? I know Lauren does the mystery bag posts. So she has like maybe 10 or so gift bags made up with products inside, and she does this through a live video, and she will say, she literally just goes live and is like, waits for people to comment to book a party with her, and then she'll actually open the bag on her live video and show them what they're getting for free for booking the party. And Lauren has a lot of followers usually for her live video, so this works really well for her. And so when other people see like, oh my God, she just got a, I don't know, head turner, which you wouldn't show that. She just got a body boost and a bottle of coochie for free just for having a party. Like, I want to have a party now. So then somebody else will comment and be like, all right, I'll take bag number 4, whatever. So that's a good thing to do. I'm trying to think what else. Sometimes girls will do like a deal of the day. I did this in December, called it Holiday Deals. So I did a deal of the day, and that got me a ton of outside orders and boost my retail for December. So just be creative with it. There's so many things. Another thing is if you are, so let's see. So Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday this year, which sucks for us here in Michigan, because that means basically our last day to order would be Friday, and then we would get our order on Tuesday, which is Valentine's Day. So really, in order for people to get their products in time and have them for Valentine's Day, you really need to place your last order probably on that Wednesday, because then you're going to get the order on Friday, because usually we don't get orders in on Saturdays or Sundays. So this year it kind of sucks with it being on a Tuesday, but you always have your website. So for the website, that ships from a different warehouse, and that will also ship to them if they're in Michigan. I'm not sure where it is in the other states, but if they're in Michigan, they'll also get that in 2 days. So your website is a great tool to use if you aren't partying, or if you know you're not placing an order for the rest of the month. It's better just to have people go through your website, so that way it ships from corporate, you just get paid, you don't have to worry about sending anything out or anything like that. Or if you're going on vacation, this is a good one. So I will like boost my web orders if I'm going out of town and know that I'm not partying. But so a lot of times girls will post like with every $50 website order, $50 orders on my website, you're going to get an extra gift from me. So you could send them, I don't know, usually I'll send like a coupon with it or to them because it's not costing as much money. Sometimes this last round I sent them all a bottle of Splash because it was discontinued, and I got it for like $3, but then you're paying the shipping on it. So just be smart about it. You don't want to be actually losing money, but offering incentive for people to order on your website is a pretty good idea. It is a good idea because you're basically not doing anything for it. And it's like making money in your sleep. All right. So those are some ideas for you for right now. So Valentine's Day, or really any time of the year. All right. So I thought that. All right. So let's talk about some resources that are available to you. Yes. And screen share again. Oh. Hold on, I'm looking up at the comments before I move on. What would you do for people who don't want to sport? Oh, I know who you're talking about, Lisa. I would probably just say on to the next. Like, I would maybe wait a couple months and just still be consistent in what you're doing with promoting yourself and talking about your business. I believe this is a family member, right? Okay, yeah. So I would just keep doing you, basically, just keep being consistent. And I think that's a lot of time why we get pushback about multi-level marketing companies, because there's so many of them, and there's so many consultants that are just in and out. And, so sometimes people feel like they're taken advantage of. So that might be her case. Maybe, I don't know if she had a bad experience or something, but just keep doing you. And if it might not just be her time, and don't take that personal. Like I said, no just means not yet in my eyes. So maybe a year from now, like my best friend for a year, almost a year and a half, she was like, people our age don't want to have peer romance parties. Guess who's on our team now? Yeah. So no just means not right now. All right. So 1, 2, I'm looking for 5 to 8 brides. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, Andrea. Yeah, that's a great idea, especially right now, because we know the holiday season is engagement season, basically. So how many people do you guys see on your Facebook that got engaged? Sorry, that was one of them. But yeah, and free lingerie for sure, especially that Embrace, that's the white piece of lingerie. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm very excited that they kept the little black dress around and the Take a Plunge. Those are my 2 faves in the new lingerie line. Lisa, ignore them. Yes, listen to Andrea's advice on the chat, Lisa. Okay, so what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to share with you resources. So we have a ton of resources, both through corporate and also just on our team page. All right. So on the Sassy Sweethearts page, we have, first, I will show you this magical search bar. So if you have a question, or if you're looking for something and it's not in the incentive requirements guide, or it's something more like idea focused and maybe like a picture or something like that, use the search bar. So if you're looking for ideas on bookings, type in booking. In all of these posts, basically, are going to come up. So I type in booking. So anything that comes up book with the word book in it is also going to come up. So, all right, so here's one from Addie. She booked parties at the mall by going around with goodie bags and catalogs after her work. She works at Hot Topic, so she did that. Here's a thing that Stacy posted from Cinshare about how to get bookings. Here's one from Ashley that has a cousin in Virginia, so this is going to cover in the comments how to, like, what do you do if somebody has a party that's out of, or wants to have a party that's out of state. If you're not on Destination Success, yes, Brianna, this was a great post. If you're not on Destination Success, please message me and I will add you to the group. Although if we are not Facebook friends, I can't add you, so maybe ask your sponsor to add you. But Destination Success is a great resource for us to have. That is basically a page of the board of directors or basically higher level women in the company. And they post ideas all the time, and they post what they are doing in their businesses. And it's like awesome, awesome tips. All right. What else? Oh, Lisa, women to watch. So that's just an idea. So if you type in booking, it's going to give you ideas for booking. We also have on here the files tab. So you probably got a bunch of notifications yesterday. I had posted a bunch of stuff in the files, so did Jess. But let's see. So in your files here are, so yesterday I talked about my hostess packet. So I posted my forms in here for the hostess packet. You have a $10 off coupon in here. You have your iStory. So this is a good document on how to create your opening speech for your parties. You have a way to track your no's. We do a contest. It's called Go for the No, because we know that 10 no's equals a yes. That's also a really good book to read. Go for the No is what it's called. There's a sign for your shopping room. We have a party checklist. This is a different coupon. It's $5 off coupon with it's ab guys. I think it's a picture of a guy with really sexy abs, and it's a coupon. 40 guests in 40 minutes. What was the other one I wanted to show you? Who do you know? So this is a good resource for you to use when you're getting started. And if you're on Stacy's First Online, she sends you this when you first sign. So this is a good document to start to generate leads, especially if you're new, or even if you feel like you're running out of people to ask to have parties or ask to kind of help you out. This is a good way to just get your ideas of, you actually know more people than you can think of off the top of your head. So neighbors, coworkers, I like the second page the best. Who is somebody who's your funniest friend? Who's someone that likes dresses? Who's someone that likes to shop? Who's your funniest family member? Who recently got married? So this is a good one for maybe like some honeymoon goodies. So all of these things. So this is, like I said, this is just a great way to kind of generate new ideas of people that you know and you may not have thought about right away. So tons of files in here. So just check this out if you're looking for something. Party profit sheet, that's a good one. The RMA form, that's a good one. So that's the form that you need to use if you have to return a product. So lots of stuff in here. And then you have your photos. So any photo that anybody posted in here. So this includes like the one that I posted with the scents in here, the new products here, tons of photos in here. This is a picture of the new product kits, how Candy Lips is going to be used. So feel free to use these. Like I said, these are things that we post in here to share with you guys. So just use them and abuse them and try to make them your own if you can. So tons of pictures. Let's see. Videos. Where are you, videos? So at meetings, we do demos. We do product demos. So those are usually uploaded in here. There's videos, of our board breaking ceremony. There's Lauren and Stacy's Thirsty Thursday videos, which have useful information in them. So just all kinds of things. So just our Sassy Sweethearts page is a awesome, awesome resource to have. We also have a YouTube page, which I will show you. PR Sexy Sweethearts. Boom. So these are videos that Stacy has made. Once this training is done, it will be uploaded in here. If you want to go back and watch the main new consultant training, you can do that too. Here's one of Stacy on how to book a party over the phone, how to do a mystery hostess party, ordering room interaction. This is a really good one to watch. She covers how to upsell and cross-sell and all of that, benefits of having inventory. So just tons of things. These are the other pages I was telling you about. So Heather Pillow's YouTube page. So this is all of her stuff. She has a ton of videos in here. She also does interviews with other top consultants. There's a video in here with Angela Dodona. She is like the online party guru when it comes to peer romance. That video is a good one to watch if you're wanting to do online parties. And then Dana Barish, this is her product demos, which is like freaking awesome. I haven't even watched those yet. I didn't even realize those are on there. But all kinds of things. So YouTube is a great resource to use as well. What else do we have on here? One second. All right. The other thing on here is going to be in your photos and then your albums and then leader business hours. So the 4 leaders, we have business hours set. So we are always here to help you. The page is here 24/7 to help you. Also, if you are on basically any of our teams, so my, Jess, Lauren, or Stacy's, we also have individual pages. So if you're a boss lady, gold digger, or Wonder Woman, you can always go to those pages for help. But if you need direct contact from us, try to message us during these hours. So each of us have our own. So these are Stacy's office hours. These are Jess's office hours, my office hours, and then Lauren's are in the beginning here. So these are times that we prefer that you message us to ask us questions, because this just allows us to keep basically our sanity, and also allows us to have time with our family, because you will realize that it can be difficult in this business to kind of balance your work and your life. So just try to please follow these business hours. It's important to us, and usually if you message us with outside of those hours, we don't answer anyways. So we're not ignoring you. We're just waiting. All right, so let's see. Also, we have events. So we have other resources. So your team meetings and, I don't want to go back. Stop share. Yay. Okay, I'm getting better. So we have team meetings. Our Sassy Sweethearts team meetings are the first Monday. Is that right? Second Monday. Second Monday of every month. So second Monday, it's going to be at the Town and Country Bowling Alley. They're from 6:30, usually until 8:30 or 9. And those are really helpful to come to. We do recognition at team meetings. We always talk about a booking tip, a recruiting tip. We do the demo, the product demo. So you actually have an opportunity to recommend a demo that we do that night. If you know somebody specific that's really good at demoing that, you can say, I want to see Lauren's Sexy Spreader demo, or Rachel's Home Alone demo, whatever. So, and then it just gives you an opportunity to get to know the team better, and there's just a ton of knowledge thrown at you, and it's just a good place to get information and new ideas. Then we also have the corporate training. So those usually happen quarterly. So the one coming up next for us in the Detroit market is next Saturday. That's the Do Life Different bus tour. It is $30 this time around. But that covers, I believe they give you food for $30, and you get $5 to use towards swag. So it's $30, but it's all day. It's on Saturday. It's from 9 to 5, I think, 4:30 or 5. You can get there as early as 8. I recommend getting there earlier, till 4, 9 to 4. You can get there as early as 8, and then, get there early so you can get a good seat. And also, if you want to get PR swag, it sells quickly. So if you need a certain size, definitely get there early. Okay, so what else do we have on here? Any other resources that you guys can think of? You can put them in the chat, things that you use. the destination success is a huge thing. Like I said, if you're not on there, you definitely want to be. Let me scroll up. You guys are chatty on this thing. I like it. Yes, Ashley, I think she's off already, but yes, this is being recorded, so it'll be posted later. New girls need to do Who Do You Know and one other thing for the bus tour. Oh, yeah, they sent something for the bus tour. Where's mine? It's this thing. It's like the quick emotional intelligence self-assessment. I don't know. They're going to use that. You didn't get that? You know what? It's because, I bet you, Elisa, it's because we are different. We're going to be in different color tracks. So I bet you the email that they sent out to those that are registered are based on what color track they're in. I bet you. Mm-hmm. Yvonne, I don't know. I hope you have sound. Can you hear me? If you do a heads up. Okay, good. Swipe right. Are we on Tinder? Just kidding. Do I include the Who Do You Know packet on your, or do I include that in host packet? I do not, but that's a good idea if you want to include that, for sure. Some people do actually in the hostess coaching thing, the hostess or the party planning website, they tell you to send that to your hostess. So for sure. I was invited to a friend's vendor show. Was invited to a friend's vendor show. She's trying to host from her home. Tara, can you? Who's your sponsor? Or you can message me privately about this. We're actually not able to do demos with other direct sales companies present. It's in the incentive requirements guide that it actually explains like why and kind of ways around that. But so a home vendor show is different than like a public vendor show, and we are supposed to go through corporate and get vendor shows approved by them. But private message me and we can talk more about that if you want. Thanks, Ashton. Okay, I'm all caught up now. Now, what was I talking about? I think that was everything. Talked about the inventory. Oh, shadowing was the other thing. Shit. Sorry. So shadowing can be found on the Sassy Sweethearts page. So Jess, Lauren, Stacy, and I all have our parties posted on here as best as we can. So if you go, so Stacy's is, and it's the pinned post. So if you're on a computer, it will always be the very first post that you see. If you're on a phone, there will be a thing right here that says show pinned post. And when you click that, then this will show up. So these are Stacy's, and then you have me, Lauren, Jess. They're always here. They're always going to be updated. And it just says text us to shadow. So basically, like for mine says text me. So when you text me, then I will usually put your name here in parentheses that I know you're shadowing, because sometimes I'll get girls that will ask to shadow on the same day, and it's just can be overwhelming for the hostess. And also when you ask to shadow, we actually have to ask permission from the hostess, just to make sure that, you know, if she has like a super small house and she's already concerned about space, it's probably not best to bring shadows with you, things like that. But we always recommend to shadow at least 2 leaders before you do your launch party, because we are all very, very different. And so it's really important to see the different styles of people, because you're going to be developing your own style. So being able to just take little different nuggets of information from other leaders can be helpful. So then you just come up with your own unique way. All right, any questions right now that you guys have? I'm just going to do a quick review of my notes. I'm going to see what time it is, 12:10, 12:05. And make sure that I covered everything that Stacy wanted me to. I think I covered everything on my end. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. I'm having a hard time booking parties. Any good tips? Yes, Yvonne, we can talk about that. Screen share one more time. So on your COO, when you first get started, you want to enter in your parties because this is going to basically get you more incentives for corporate. So how you enter your parties, you go to My Business, My Parties. And then you're going to go to Add Party. All right, so I'm going to do a mock one of myself. Rachel Bucy, Rachel's party. Yes. All right, it's going to be today. So I learned, so if you're using PeerSale, make sure that your hostess credit is correct. If you do a booking incentive where you're giving them double hostess credit, you can change this to 20, or you can just double it when you're at the party. If it says that the hostess credit is 40, just make it 80, whatever you want. And then you're going to put in your location. Yes. No, we're not going to do that. But basically make sure their address is in there. And then you're going to click Add Party. All right, so when you add the party, it's going to give you the party link right here, this like super long, obnoxious number. And so what I will do is actually copy this, this link into my events. So what this allows them to do, so people that are invited to the party, if they cannot make the party, if they shop on this link, their order will go under that hostess's party. Rather than you having to keep track of like whose friend Susie is, it'll go specifically to their party. So copying and pasting this link in your event page, or even sending it to the hostess, or some girls will include it on their red stamp, although it's super long and they might make a mistake when entering it, so it's probably just better to copy and paste. But so entering parties are a good idea. Also, when you're entering and closing out your parties, when you are getting higher up in sales, this is what corporate uses to determine whether or not you make the leads list. And the leads list is if somebody goes to the corporate website to book a party or join Peer Romance, they will go based on their location and, oh, that was weird, and actually send it out to whichever consultant is the closest. So definitely enter your parties, definitely close out your parties. And if you're a brand new consultant, if you are already activated, which means you went with the deluxe or premium kit, or you've already placed your $200 retail order. So to know you're activated, up here it'll say advanced consultant. If it just says consultant, then that means you're not activated yet. So once you're activated and you enter 3 parties into your COO, that's going to unlock what's called your inventory advantage program, inventory advantage program. And that is an awesome opportunity to have. What that is, it is $1,000 of products, $1,000 in retail of products, and you are able to pay it off over 5 months' time. So you pay $99 a month for 5 months, and it automatically just deducts out of your account whichever card you've used. But it's great because they just changed the kit, and then they just changed what comes in the Inventory Advantage program. It's also called the IAP, if you don't want to say that long term every time. So in the IAP comes the same products that actually come in the kits that you just got. So we know that we're more likely to sell what we show. So having the IAP and having those products on hand it's just a very, very good idea. It's very smart to invest in yourself right away. We also know that women are impulse shoppers, so having inventory on hand really increases your sales. So the IAP, like I said, it's $1,000 in product, and you actually, so if you were to do that in January, you get that retail this month. So it actually gives you $800 retail, but that just puts you $200 away from doing $1,000 retail, which then you will get $50 in free product the next month. So it's really smart to do. So if you have the opportunity to do that, definitely take advantage. And sometimes when you unlock it, it only gives you 14 days or 2 weeks to decide if you want to enroll in the IAP or not. So make sure that when you're about to enter that third party, you know that you're financially ready or will be within the next 2 weeks to be able to take advantage of that. Otherwise, it'll expire. Okay, what else did I miss? Oh, also when you do, with the corporate fast track, if you decide to take advantage of the IEP, that will put you at $800. And then if you do of your first party or outside orders and get yourself over $1,000, that will make you hit the first corporate fast track when you do $1,000 in personal retail sales. And then that's when they send you the heart necklace. Although I think the jewelry is changing this year. So I know Crystal Bucy just recently hit the fast track, so I'm excited to see what the new stuff looks like. But so the $1,000 retail, you get the heart necklace. If you if you activate a girl within your first 60 days, I think it's 60 days, you get the heart pin, which is like a pin, so you can put it on your chest or purse or whatever. Kelly, I think you have a question. It says that your hand is raised, I think, which is funny to me. Oh, there you go.
I can't figure out how to do the chat question. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. What's up?
To do the Pure Sale, you have to have an Apple product?
Yeah. So right now it's only Apple. They are in the works of making it available on Android, but not yet. Basically everything always comes on Apple first. But it is, the kind of nice thing about it is that it's available for iPad 2 or higher. So iPad 2s are pretty cheap, or you can even get an iPad mini. Those usually run about $200 if you're going to get one that has a good amount of memory on it. But Pure Sale, I just started using Pure Sale this month, actually this year, and it's like magical. I really enjoy it. It just makes your life so much easier. But if you are using the paper order form still, that's totally fine too. I did that for my first year in business. So paper order forms, just a tip for that in terms of keeping track of your back orders and what you owe people when you are marking. So if they order one coochie in Sweet Fantasy and you don't have that in stock, I will circle it on the order form, or some girls will use a highlighter. So that way when you're going later that day or even later that week to enter your order, you just look for all of your highlighted marks or all of your circled things. So then you know what to put in your cart in order. And then I will staple their connection card to their order form. That was me stapling. I will staple that right to their form. And then that way, instead of like taking the time to write out their name and address and stuff on the top of the form, they already did that for you. So just staple and put it together. Just saves you time in the ordering room and when you get home. But, okay, so what else? All right, one more thing, sorry. The party planning guide. So the party planning is partyplanning.pureromance.com. So when you have your parties booked, you've unlocked your IAP and you've placed your IAP, you know you're going to have product in hands, you're feeling confident about your party, you've started with party school, so you know basically the gist of everything that you need to know, then you're going to go in your party planning page here and you're just going to click let's get started. So they recommend doing starting this 3 weeks before the party, although we know sometimes people will book last minute, you might only have a week or two before the party, so just basically tailor that to this. So this is everything that they recommend to have for your party planning. This is a newer website that they just launched within the last year. So again, tons of resources on here. You have 40 guests in 40 minutes. This is also a good thing. Actually, obviously, they recommend to send this to your hostess before. So this is pretty similar to the Who Do You Know list, but it's tailored more to party for hostesses. Then you have the party kickoff form. Let me just show you what this looks like because it's pretty good. This is a form that you, where is it? Yep. So this is a form that you will use to go over with your hostess. So if you're doing hostess coaching calls, so you're on the phone with her and you're asking her literally these questions and you're writing it down and keeping it for your record so that you can give her the best party possible. So what is your primary goal for the event? What products are on your wish list? I love asking this because that way I can order them beforehand, so I have them on hand for her. So then that way she doesn't have to wait for any of her products. She gets all her things that night. If she has a partner, what would her partner like her to get, or what do they want to get together? Any special requests? So if they have like games, or if they want to do a theme. I started doing massage parties this year. I've got a lot of hits on that. I'll do a video on that later about what to do with those. And then preferred communication. So this is important to ask because sometimes, so if you are Facebook messaging her and she doesn't, for instance, have the Facebook messaging app, she's not getting those messages. To you, you might think, okay, she's ignoring me. She's not answering me. She wants to cancel her party. You fill the day with another party or make plans or whatever, and then you get a text from her like, hey, Rachel, I haven't heard from you. Is our party still on? So just making sure that she, like what is best for her, what form of communication is she going to actually respond to you best at? Some people prefer email. Some people just want you to call them. Some people don't have text messaging on their phone. Like, you never know. Usually people are going to put text or phone, but just do what's best for them. And then are there any days that you're between now and your party that you will not be available? So they put this on there because like, say for instance, if somebody is going out of town and they're, I don't know, not answering you, they're on their honeymoon in like Belize and don't have cell phone service or something, that way you know that, again, she's not ignoring you basically. So that's the party planning guide. Tons of good information on here. If you follow this, so the corporate trainers, like the higher ups in the company, they work together and put this together for us. So they're obviously doing something right because they're top in the company. So if you follow this, it's going to be smooth sailing. You're going to have less cancellations, and you're going to have higher retail, hopefully, because you're giving her, again, the perfect party. Like, you're giving her everything that she wants from her party. Okay. I think that is everything. So we talked about the IAP. We talked about your web orders and following up. So there's 3 ways that we can make money in this business. Parties are going to be your number one most lucrative way of making money because, again, women are impulse shoppers. Our products require people to feel and touch and smell and taste all of them. And then you have your web orders or your follow-up orders. And then the third one is going to be building a team. So there is a concept which is called me plus 3. That means you have me, so me, and then plus 3 active girls on your team. That's when you promote to the next level of senior consultant. With the senior consultant promotion, you are going to start to receive a lifestyle bonus, which is $100 every month just for having 3 girls on your team. You are going to be bumped up to a 50% buying discount. And additionally, you're going to make 2.5% profit from the sales that your team does. So this does not come out of their pocket. It's just that corporate pays us a percentage of their sales, so it comes out of corporate's pocket. So, and when you sign your first 2 girls activate, you get actually $50 in free product per activation. So you're going to get $50 in free product your first 2, and then your third girl, that's going to promote you to hit senior consultant. And even if you don't have the 3, you will still make, I think it's 1.5% off of your girls before you hit senior consultant. So so your party money and your outside order monies are going to be your money for today. And then your team sales money and your override checks, that's going to be your more like long-term money. So a lot of times consultants in this company, when they get higher up, they actually start to do less parties because their overrides get so big. They say this is really where the money is in the company. So if you have anybody that's interested in joining the business, at least just talk to them and offer them the opportunity. Even if you're brand new and you're like, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. How am I supposed to show somebody else what to do? I get it. I was the same way. We are all the same way. Sometimes I'm still that way. I'm like, I don't know. but just sign them. You have your sponsor, you have the leaders on the team that are here to help you, and we don't mind helping. So just sign them, and then it's a great learning process for you, especially if you're brand new. So if you bring in your best friend in the company, you are so much more likely to succeed in the business when you have like your partner in crime with you, because you guys are learning together. You're able to bounce ideas off of each other. You're more likely actually to go to your friend and be like, hey, do you remember hearing anything about this? Versus going to maybe a leader that you haven't met yet. And then it really just works in terms of like motivating each other. So basically just tell all of your friends that you're in business now. And like Andrea was really good at this. She's like flaunting how much money she made from sitting at home on the couch. And now she has four or five girls, 4 underneath her. So yes, so me plus 3. Just trying to see if there was anything else that I missed on here. Oh, dressing professionista. So make sure when you're doing your parties, we're not allowed to wear jeans or like hoodies or anything like that. So again, we are professional business owners. So make sure that you are presenting yourself in a way that is positive, professional, and will make other people want to book with you and buy from you. So there's a saying that high heels, the higher the heels, the higher the sales. So a lot of times, like for me, I do not like walking around in high heels, but what some girls will do is wear flats to the party and put their heels on when they get there. Some girls will wear heels to the party and then bring like little ballerina slippers with them, because it's like hard getting a door swing with high heels on, just letting you know. If you're demoing the door swing, it's difficult, or the sexy spreader. So, all right, I think I covered everything. Covered everything on that page. Got sharing. All right, I think that's it. If you guys can unmute yourselves if you want, and ask questions. Yvonne, I'll answer your questions. You're having a hard time booking parties. Any good tips? And can you enter previous parties? Yes, you can enter previous parties. Like you're saying, a party that you already did that you never entered. Yeah, that's what I actually usually do. I will just enter in my parties on a monthly basis, but sometimes I forget. Yeah, and if you're doing, like last night I did a product launch party at my house, so I entered that in as a party, and just put myself as the hostess. If you're doing, I don't know, if you're doing like an online party, you want to enter that as well, especially because you want that link. Andrea, will you unmute yourself and tell them did you end up doing something for your outside orders, or you just?
Yeah, I just did like, I put Andrea's, Pyramid's product launch party. That's it. And so all my outside orders for this month, like my product testers and all that stuff, I'm putting under that party.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is smart, like I said, to just enter the parties and then make sure that you're closing them. It allows you to keep track of what, the profit you're making and stuff. Go ahead.
Even if it's easier to enter the party if you're using Pure Sale. That way, when you're shopping, it's already there. Your customers are there. Mm-hmm. So if you're using Pure Sale, I suggest putting the party in first, so it's easier to shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then also, I don't know, just what I'm going to start doing is there's a link that, I don't know if you guys are ready for it. There's a link that you can get or just upload the customer connection card to the party, like the Facebook event, and have them like get an extra raffle ticket if you fill this out in advance. So that way you already have their name, their number, their email. So when they come to shop, it's faster. They're already in there.
Yeah. There's a link for that?
Well, like the link that Lululemon uses? It's a Google document.
Oh, yeah.
So one of my Lulu friends showed me how to do it. So you can make your own like website that pops up and it can get emailed to you. So I'm going to actually I'm going to put up my link on Facebook and like, hey, you want a freebie? And I'm just going to send I'm going to send samples to everybody that sends me their information pretty much.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Just to get information, leads, future clients,
Yeah, for sure. That's very smart. Thank you for sharing that. Jackie, you have your hand raised. The little hand emoji thing just cracks me up.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about Andrea. She said that she was putting in her online sales into the party thing. Was she using like one per month, one different party per month for those separate orders?
Well, I just started doing it. Usually I just use it as an outside order, but I think now I'm going to use it like I'm going to open one party up for the whole each month. So for
okay, awesome. That was my question.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I would recommend doing too, because then, like if you're doing a business plan and you're able to keep track better of like how many monthly sales you're doing, and it's good to look at the year before and see like when your good months were and when your bad months were and what were you doing differently, things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let's see. So Yvonne, with your party bookings, so do you have any parties coming up? Okay, your little one in the back. All right, so I would focus on what you're doing for your booking game at the party, because you're most likely to book parties at the party. So make sure that you have a really good booking game. I don't know if you were on yet, but I showed my envelope game. That's one that I do. I've been doing that for months now. I got it from Stacy. I love that one, and it gives them a incentive. First of all, it gives you control of your schedule. It shows them, like basically you pick which dates you want to party. It allows you to give them incentive, and then also gives your hostess incentive. So what I do, I say so Lisa, if you get all 3 of these parties booked today, you're going to get what's inside of this envelope, and I like make direct eye contact with her and like, you really want what's inside this envelope. And so then it's her working to get the party. So then you hand Lisa the envelope, and Lisa's like, all right, Sally, like, I know you have Thursday nights off. I know you want to book this Thursday night. You're going to get a free Onyx item. I know you like butt stuff. So basically that's that. So then she is basically doing the work for you. And then throughout the party, like if something is like really funny, like if they're like dying laughing because, we can be funny sometimes. I'll be like, oh, and I'm like, how's that envelope going? I was like, see, now you guys know I'm a good time. Like, you probably want to party with me. Or if like at the end of the party, I'll say like, again, like, all right, where's that envelope? And then I'll make the joke. I'm like, you probably like me a little bit better right now because I just taught you about your clitoris. So we should probably get a party book for you so you can get so you can get your own free stuff. But other ways, so I don't know when you got on, Yvonne, because I couldn't see who was all on, but I talked about the different ideas right now for Valentine's Day and for party booking. So posting like the different hearts for them to pick and giving them incentive for either outside orders or booking parties. But you could try Lauren's idea with the bags. There's lots. Just be creative. And message me privately, and we'll talk about what you have already tried and maybe how you can improve that or different ideas. Sound good? Okay. Jackie, hand raise. Can you unmute yourself?
No, I didn't have anything else. Do I have to unraise my hand?
Oh, it says lower hand.
My bad.
That's so funny. All right. Okay. I always use. Oh, you use envelope, Andrea? Envelope game and get all 3 booked? Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like there's tons of booking games that you can do. Like some girls will do like the lay game and give the hostess 3 lays to wear. And then throughout the party, if somebody decides they want to have a party, they yell out, I want to get laid. And then the hostess will put the lay around them. That can be motivating because the lays are really itchy around their neck, especially if they have like 3 of them on. So they're like, all right, bitches, like you need to book a party so I can get these off my neck. But there's a tons of ideas. There's the deal or no deal or pass or play. There's also an app on, if you do have iPad, or it might even be available on Android. It's called iPrize Wheel, and you're able to customize your own prize wheel. And so literally they just like spin the thing on your tablet and it will go around like a big spinny thing, and then it ends and lands on a prize. So you can put in your own prizes in there, like double hostess credit or $100 in retail, free coochie, whatever. Yes, Yvonne, I see you have your hand.
Okay, I'm trying to figure it out.
It's okay.
Okay. I have been kind of struggling with a icebreaker. Like I have icebreakers and they're awesome, but I feel like I'm almost like doing the same ones over and over again, and I feel like there's not really a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've I did a lot of research on icebreakers, but I mean, is there anything that, you know, you guys are having, like you're doing good with?
What ones have you tried?
I've tried I'm trying to think of what the names are. Tried like the chores. Oh God. I did the alphabet. I did the like the compliment one where like you compliment the girl next to you.
Okay. Yeah, those are good.
I did quite a few. I usually don't do like the alphabet one for that kind of game, but sometimes I do. It depends if like, I know them.
So I would try to keep in mind that when you're doing parties at your party, like you always want to do parties with a purpose. So your icebreaker game, it just has to be really something that makes them laugh pretty much is the purpose of them. And then that's just helping you build rapport with them. I have a Post-it note on my lap board. So there's 4 games that I interchange for my icebreaker game. So I do the chore game. I do the dirty little secret game, which is write a dirty little secret on your page and then mix them up. I do the meatloaf game, which is like I literally sing the meatloaf song. I would do anything for love. And then I say, but I won't do. And then I'm like, all right, write down on your Post-it notes what you would not do for love. And then when they go around, I make them sing the meatloaf song and then say their thing. So like, I will not do anal or whatever it is. And then what's the other one? Oh, and then I do the what if game. That's a really fun one. So they do what if and then a sexual question. And then they pass them back to you. You pass them back again. Then they write an answer to the question and then pass them back out. And then so it goes every other person. So like Andrea would say, what if my vagina had teeth? And then I would read my Post-it note answer and say, then you better watch out, or whatever my answer says. So that's a really fun one, and it somehow always is funny. Some of them are like a little bit weird, but so those are the 4 that I use. I see, Andrea, do you have a different one? What's yours?
Someone just told me about it and I started using it. It's the you write down the last movie you watched, and then so you go around, introduce yourself, say hi, my name is Andrea, and you'd say hi, and my vagina's name is Thor. You know, like
the
so
last movie.
Yeah, that one's really funny. A lot of people like.
That is funny. So they write down their movie, and then do they mix them up, or do they read their own?
They just read their own.
Okay.
A lot of people think it's really funny because, you know, they don't like to say vagina.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, any other questions that you guys have about literally anything? Anything that you're struggling with right now, or anything? Good. All right, how are we doing on time? 12:35, not bad. Oh, Jackie. Oh, and I see you, Ashton. 1 second.
Sorry, I'm just really excited. I booked 2 parties this week.
Yay! What'd you do?
I was just really excited about the new products, and I was talking them up, and so I booked one. It's not until March, and then one for beginning of February.
Nice.
Yay.
Right before Valentine's Day. That's awesome.
Yep, that was another thing I was trying to. Hey, let's book before Valentine's Day. That way, everybody gets their goodies before that weekend.
For sure. I'm telling, if you guys didn't get the new products yet or get the new products yet, they are like bomb. Like I was not impressed with the Amplify collection, so I was really hoping that they like did good this time around. And they're so good. The cotton candy sensations I just like keep eating it like for no reason. Like it's so freaking good. All right, Ashton, you are next.
Okay, so I just had a question. Besides Pure Sale, what are the other options for like keeping inventory and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, besides paper and pen.
Yeah. Megan is a good person to ask about this. She actually inputted all of her inventory in PayPal. Do you use PayPal or do you use Square?
I use PayPal. I put all my inventory in there when I first started, and I kind of keep track of it. But is there a way to? Because I know Pure Sale will automatically like adjust your inventory accordingly. So every time you sell something, it'll take something away and things like that. So does PayPal have that option too? And I haven't found it, or is there something else that's being used?
I'm not sure because I haven't used it before, but I want to say yes. but I'm not sure. Ask Megan Kosen. She's on our team page. That's what she uses, and she's like really technically savvy. So I would ask her before. So what was I using? I used an Excel spreadsheet when I first started. It wasn't very good. It was kind of annoying because you just constantly have to keep track of it yourself.
Right.
And I'll be honest, most times I was just like, I don't know, like I have only one coochie. I should probably order those now.
I used to use like a chalkboard that's on my wall, and like I would just wait. But after a while, you go, well, I don't know what any of this stuff is anymore because I've sold too many things, and just, you get tired of writing it over. So I'm trying to find an easier way to do it because I don't have an iPad.
Yeah. I know, that's okay. And I hope that it comes out for Droid soon, but even so, you'd still have to have a Droid tablet.
I have a Droid tablet. So
you do? Good.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I heard I'm hoping before World Conference in March. I'm hoping that that's when it will happen because that would just help so many people out. But so I know a lot of you have your hand raised, but does anybody have any answers to help Ashton out with her question? Good. Okay, so Lisa, you had your hand raised.
So first of all, I wanted to say, Jackie, I saw something on her page earlier today where she posted like something with the Tiffany blue. Like, if you love this color, let me know. I thought that was a wonderful idea because girls go crazy for that color. And then also, Nikki Hughes did something about the like breakfast at Tiffany's parties or something like that, because again, that plays right into that Wonderland color that girls will go nuts for. So I thought those were really good ideas to play into the new products if anyone is struggling for those.
Yeah.
Good job, Jackie. She's my twin.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like just thinking outside the box and just getting creative with what you're doing, and like really you can really think of anything you want. So like themed parties, like Massage Mondays or Margarita Mondays, Why Not Wednesday. So like, I don't know, anything. Tipsy Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday. There's so many different things. Yvonne, did you have another question?
Sorry, it takes me forever to unmute it.
It's okay.
I was doing some looking around on I think it was Sassy Sweethearts page, and I seen a post from Lauren, I think it was like a couple of years ago, but it was about it was like bags, like Valentine bags and like booking parties and stuff. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Valentine's Day bag. Were they like mystery bags?
Yeah, and then there were like gift cards, and she opened them or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I think she had 5 mystery bags, and then she had 5 gift cards for them to choose from. So what she does is usually she does it in a live video, and she will say, "All right, I only have these 10 incentives for you guys. So if you pick bag number 2 or envelope number 5, this is what you're gonna get at your party." And then she opens it on the live video. And so that way they can see what they're getting. And then that when other people see her opening, they're like, oh my God, she just got $100 in free product in that envelope that she picked just for having a party. Then that is going to motivate them more to book a party as well.
Now, is that $100 towards party retail?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
If I'm desperate and I need parties, I will offer actual $50 in free products or whatever. Or if I'm trying to hit a trip incentive or something like that and I need retail, I will offer better incentives like that. But usually, especially if you're just first starting off, I would probably just do the retail. So some of you are probably like, what does that mean? So if you offer somebody $100 in retail, they are getting 10% of the party retail. So if they have a $500 party, you add 100 to that, so that makes it a $600 party. So they're getting 10% of that $600, which would be $60 in free credit instead of only getting $50. So, but when they see that on your envelope incentive and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, they see the $100, they're like, oh, I'm going to take that day. I of course explain to them in the ordering room, but still they are just like $100. That's all they think. So that's a good one to do. Or $200, that's an extra $20 for them. Things like that.
One more question. Because I was having a hard time. I was trying to choose between, and it was really tough for me. So it was okay, do I buy a whole bunch of inventory and have it on me? Or do I not have any inventory at all? Well, what I was finding out was with the parties, if I didn't have any inventory at all, I was selling everything that they wanted. Like if I had like a coochie they wanted on their list, they would end up getting the coochie instead of everything else on their list because they didn't want to wait. Right. So I was struggling trying to figure out, do I want to build my inventory or do I want to not have any at all? Because like I said, my biggest party was when I didn't have any inventory. And then I was talking to a couple of the girls and they were saying that before they even look and see what they have, they're like writing everything down and cashing them out and then saying, oh, hey, yeah, I think I have that. And then, no, I have to order it, but it's only going to take so long. How would you like say that to a customer? Like, what do you do?
That's a really good question.
It's so hard for me.
Yeah. So I will be the first to tell you, I'm a very strong advocate of having inventory. So, yeah. So when I do my inventory, I'm keeping an inventory what I'm demoing because like I mentioned earlier, they're more likely to buy what you're showing. And then, so as they're ordering, so when they come in to order, I'm like, okay, what are you taking home tonight is what I say. So they tell me everything on their list. So if they're like, okay, I'll take a Coochie Sweet Fantasy. I know because it's showing me if I have it or not, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't have that. If I do have it, I'm not going to pull it out right away. So I'm waiting. I'm going to say, okay, Coochie Sweet Fantasy. Okay, do you want the body glue to go with that or whatever? So then next down their list. So at the end, so then I'm like, okay, your total is whatever. I cash them out, and then that's when I pull out what I have for my inventory, and I'll say, okay, you ordered the black handcuffs. I'll have to order those. I'll have them within 2 weeks for you. So I'm not telling them right away if like whether or not I have it or not, so that they don't know until they pay, because regardless, they want that product. So by cashing them out first, it's just saving you the trouble pretty much. Or also what I'll do is, so if it's like flavor wise, like for instance, I only keep vanilla frosting in stock. So when they order I'll say, I have vanilla frosting with me. Is that okay? And then they're like, yeah. Coochie, usually I have all of that, but or whipped, they'll be like, all right, I'll take a whipped. I'm gonna say, okay, I have peaches and cream. Is that okay? So that way you don't have to send them stuff. You're going to save yourself in the shipping costs, but I'm still waiting to pull it out of my inventory until after they pay. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Oh yeah, that's very helpful.
I would definitely highly recommend though having an inventory.
Absolutely. Well, I wasn't looking at it like that way. I was just trying to feel it out and see like what works and not like try to spend a lot of money, but yes, having an inventory. Someone brought up that you're saving on shipping. Mm-hmm. That's genius. I didn't think of it that way. I was thinking like, just having inventory. If I don't have what they want, like it was tough for me. But yeah, I'm gonna try the next couple parties I have. I'm definitely going to be doing the cashing them out, not even saying anything.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend, and especially you mentioned the saving and shipping. On the Sassy Sweet Arts YouTube page, Stacy did a video on there about smart ordering. There's also one in the Boss Ladies page. Almost all of you on here are Boss Ladies, so there's another one in our page about smart ordering as well. But regardless, if you order an inventory order on $19 shipping day, the amount of money that you are like saving and also banking on shipping is like, it's incredible, because no matter what, you're charging $7 an order, like no matter what, even if you have in stock, because that just means you already paid the shipping. And if you like miss $19 shipping and you order on like a normal shipping day, sometimes depending on your order, you're paying like $100 in shipping. So that's one thing, like don't give free shipping, because you're going to basically screw yourself over in the end. But all right. Okay. Any other questions? We're good? I like to see all your babies in the background. Thank you. They're cute. All right, so this is, again, recorded, so I will post this, and then let me just check the chat one more time and make sure there wasn't anything else. I know, Tara, that you messaged me, like, privately, and I don't know how to see it. Okay, Tara, I see you're shadowing Lauren tonight, so you're going to ask her about your thing. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in with me, guys. I'm sorry if it was a little all over the place, but I hope that you got as much information as possible, and you know that I'm available. If you guys have any other follow-up questions, just message me or text me if you have my phone number. But I think that's it. So you guys have a good Saturday. See you guys. I had to figure out how to stop this.